part, not a lot has happened. It's kind of sort of, let me just go through it. Because I don't want to keep going, then I forget other little parts. 50 Shades Darker after 105 minutes, which I'm assuming is 60 plus 45. There's only like 20 more minutes left, or something like that. It's like 20 to 30 minutes left, or something like that. I don't know. Okay. So here. Okay. So ended up with what? What was the last little part? Let's see. They had the whole thing with Leah popping up in the apartment, Anastasia's apartment. Then he told, like, there was a whole thing where he told her, Leela, or whatever her name is, to kneel. She does it, right? And so Anastasia sees that, though. Anastasia walks out, she goes on, but then she doesn't get into the car. So she goes walking, and she walks until the nighttime. And so it's like, then she walks back. Then she eventually comes back to Christian's spot, and Christian's like, where the fuck were you? So he's like, he was calling people. He about to send out search parties and warrants, scraping the cities to come look for her and whatnot. She was like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't do exactly as I was told. So she's going with one of those type of moves. And then, they had this whole back and forth exchange about, she's basically saying that she can't give him the submission that he wants. You can. I don't know why she's still fighting it, but okay. So there's that. They have a little back and forth about she can't give him the submission that he wants, and but eventually they make it to the bed, and then so, in the middle of the night, she wakes up, she goes to stand on the balcony, and then he starts having like a dream or whatever. She comes back over to the bed. She's like, oh, I'm here. He's having one of them little nightmares. And he's like, no, in his dreams or whatever. But then she comes back. She's like, I'm here. Kind of sort of wakes him up. And then he grabs her, pulls her onto the bed. And he's like, marry me. And she was like, you're dreaming, And then go back to sleep. And then in the morning, she wakes up. He's working out. And then she's asking, like, how'd you sleep? Did you sleep through the night? And he's like, yeah, I don't remember this and that. Besides me waking up and asking you to marry me. She's like, oh, you serious? So there's that. He was like, yeah, I don't expect you to say yes right now, this and third. And of course, she's never given a straight answer for certain stuff. She's always, let me think about it. Let me wait, this and third. It's always that. Then, let me see. It goes from there. There's that. And then I actually got to like an hour and 45 minutes into the movie. I'm actually an hour and 45 minutes. It's only like 25 minutes left in the movie or something like that. So from there, he said, like, he asked her to marry him. And so there's that. Then, what's the next little part? They have another little scene. Apparently his birthday's coming up. She didn't know. His sister is Mia, which is Christian's sister, calls Anna, and she basically tells him, like, okay, what do you, and then it's more so one of those, yeah, his birthday coming up, you need to get something, She doesn't whatchamacallit. So, she's like, well, I didn't know his birthday was coming up, and then Mia's like, well, they're having a party, and this and that, boom, boom, boom. And then so Mia gets like a little cheap gift. It was like, don't open this until whatever. She gets like a little keychain or something. That's weak. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there was too much thought involved in all of this. I didn't like this. She gets a little cheap gift. Puts it in a gift box, like, don't open it till your birthday. And then, but she's walking with him. She's like, well, when was you gonna tell me about your birthday? Like this and the third. She's like, they're throwing a whole party for you and this and the third. He's like, we do this every year. Da da da. Blah, blah. I don't really celebrate my arrival to the earth. So he says that, he says that, and then she's like, well, here's your gift. Don't open it until your birthday. He was like, that's at there. She's like, call it delayed gratification. Okay, anyway, there's that. Then he tells her that he has to go to Portland for like a business meeting. So he tells her that he has to go to Portland for a business meeting. And then after that, he leaves to go to Portland or whatever. and then like not a lot happens. Like this is just like just it's just moving along, and this next part is gonna be like so random. So he ends up texting her. He's like he had to go to Portland for some type of business meeting. He ends up texting her. He was like, "Portland's boring without you," and this and that. And she was like, "Yeah, boom, I miss you too." And she's going to go for drinks with Kate. So he is. Then it goes from there to there, and then it's like this next scene is just so random, bro. It's so random, and it's like, it's this is like okay, if a film wants to do certain things, and then it can't do other things well, so they're in a helicopter, and Christian's flying the helicopter, and the black lady that's his passenger, or whatever. th- Okay, let me see. They have this next little scene. The black lady is like, "Is that Mount St. Helens, whatever? It's supposed to be like a volcano." He was like, "Listen, if it goes off, then you got courtside seats that are going off, or whatever." Da da da. Woo, woo. But then the helicopter starts to go down. Pew! It is. They draw it out. They elongate this scene for a little bit, but it's not done well. It like that's what I'm saying. Like certain parts that could be like pressure situations, high stress, high tension. Like they don't do those. And that's why it's almost laughable. The black lady. Oh no! Oh no! Like it's almost laughable. The black lady trying to like portray that. Mind you, it's so he's trying to be like he's flying the plane calm, cool, collected in a sense, like not giving. And the black lady's like, oh, like she just is like it's supposed. It was bad. Anyway, the airplane, no, the helicopter crashes. Woo, whoop de doo. Like it does not have high intense dramatic nothing. They don't do this well. But it happens. The helicopter crashes, and then Kate, no, Anna was supposed to go for drinks with Kate. So she goes to the bar. It's Kate. Kate is there, and Christian's brother Elliot, and then Jose's there. She hugs Jose. Hey, this and that. Boom, boom, boom. They sit down. They're chatting and talking, and then Kate wants to ask about well, how's things going with Christian? Just make sure. Are you happy? Same thing like her mom did. Like, well, are you happy? Is he treating you right? This and that. And mind you, Kate is dating her brother, and her brother's right there as well. So like that's actually kind of sort of a weird question, a weird intrusive question to kind of sort of ask at this time in this moment. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, why would you say one? Are you happy that you're with him or whatever? Or in it's she says something along those lines. Like, are you happy? Being with him and like asking those personal relationship questions. And mind you, she's dating her brother, his brother, and she does this while they're right there. Like his brother is right there next to her. So like that was just a weird question to ask for one, and then her saying the whole, well, just make sure you're happy. Like that, like it's two people. It's their relationship. Both of their happiness matters. Anyway, bro. So this is why I say like this is a you can tell that this movie is a one-to-one for the book. Like it is not a like they don't try to do any like spins, adaptations. I think this is definitely like a book that like Harry Potter, it was awesome, it's great. Stick to the script. This is one of those. I don't think you should have just stuck to the script or like try to like stick as closely to the book as possible. There is definitely like this thing is like things needed to be like, you know, paraphrase some stuff, change up some stuff so that it's more cohesive. I don't think that this was a book like yes, fine. You can take this book and adapt it into a movie. I don't think they should have stuck so close to like the script and how things happen. It does not give those type of vibes. Like it's not for that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, cause it was just like watching the movie, and the next thing you know, he's flying over top of the whatchamacallit, and then the plane crashes. It was just so random. It was just so random. Like him being in Portland, and then just flying over mountains, and then just the plane crash. And it's just so random. It's just so random. Anyway, and then like I said, like they're having this bar scene, and then the fact that the sister, no, that her Kate is dating his brother, and as her a this like relationship question, it's like there's like, but anyway. That is just this is not a this should have been adapted. Like there should have been like we got inspired to make this movie based off of the book, but we're not sticking to the script. We're not sticking that close to it. This was not that, bro. Um, so there's that. Then let's see. But anyway, at the bar thing, she tries to divert. She's like, "Oh, did you see Jose's show? It was so great." And then Elliot gets a call. Elliot gets a call, and he's like, "What? What? This and third? We're coming on the way. We're on the way." So Mia calls Elliot to tell her that Christian's helicopter is missing in this and third. So they all are in this room now, and they're watching the news, and the news is like, "Yeah, the helicopter went missing. They sent in search parties for it. They don't know where Christian's at. His helicopter crashed." So that's what's going on now. That's what's going on. Uh, but it was just so it's just so random, and then it just like just happens, and it was just like, bro, this is not. I don't know what it is, but this definitely. I don't know how to explain this. Like the movie I Am Legend apparently is based off of some either another movie or another gen called Omega Man or something. Basically, what I just don't. Basically, all I'm trying to say is this is not a movie where they should have stuck so closely to what the book said in whatchamacallit. It would have been totally better if they was like, okay, yeah, we're basing this off of the book. We were inspired to make this movie off of the book, but they should have just like, all right, for this scene and for this, like those are the creative artistic touches that people talk about. They those it needs that. This movie needs creative artistic touches. Like, okay, yeah, I know that the book says this, but we're gonna make it do this. I need you to say this and do this. There's a lot to that. And then, like I said, it's too there's too much of this happens and then this happens, and oh, this person gets a call at this time and this person shows up right at this time. Those are book vibes. Like it really truly, I don't know how else to explain that. It gives vibes of if like, bro, if you were writing a story or a book and then like, okay, then this character just pops up at this time at the right moment. This person gets this call at the right time. It's too much of that, bro. It's too much of that, bro. They stuck too close to the script and whatever the book said. That's kind of like it's off putting and it's jarring. Like and then like I understand, yes, it has to switch from here to here or something like that. But bro, I'm watching this movie and then it's like he's in the helicopter, and then all of a sudden just showing him in a helicopter in this helicopter scene. Bro, what is going on? I was just thrown off a little bit, and then all of a sudden the helicopter's going down. I don't know, and he doesn't have any type of portrayal of like he's totally calm. The passenger's supposed to be all frazzled. It was bad. That scene was bad. It didn't just happen. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this jump was just it was bad. That was just a little bad, Jane. But that's an hour. No, yeah. An hour and 45 minutes into the movie, and it should be done in the next 20-ish minutes or so.